Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to discuss about the developments of cryptocurrency bill that's happening in India. Well, there is a lot of fear around it, there is a lot of uncertainty around it, and definitely, yes, the market is literally bleeding because of that as well. I've seen a lot of sell-offs. I have been receiving phone calls and messages since morning from some of my friends who are very close to me and those who have invested in crypto. And from what I could gather, I'll put in my views on why I feel cryptocurrency is not going to have a complete ban. This is just my pure opinion, guys. But more details are yet to be awaited from the government once it goes ahead and produces the bill in front of the parliament. So, this is Mr. Aslan. Crypto education is my passion, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research before we get into any token in the crypto space. Now, let's head on to the news that's floating around everywhere. And we recently had a lot of debates that did happen in some of the news channels. And personally, my opinion here is that most of the people who actually were part of the debate were people who did not know what crypto is, who did not know how crypto works, who cannot differentiate between utility and what cryptocurrencies are. For them, everything is a cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, yeah, a cryptocurrency. Any other project that you take in crypto or blockchain, it's a cryptocurrency. Think of it this way: what is the value of a share? The share value is only decided by the market and what it is traded at. And yes, you have a physical entity or as a company and a good that is running out. Now, there are a lot many crypto projects which have also registered LLCs, limited liability corporations. There are cryptocurrency projects which have utility, which are having their own games, their in-game currency. It's a gaming platform, it's an e-commerce platform. So these kind of things are real world utilities which are definitely there, and whatever cryptocurrencies people hold, they would be kind of similar to shares of the company. So this is my understanding. If anyone has any other understanding apart from this, I would be more than happy to read those in the comments. But really sad to see that people who do not know much about blockchain technology are speaking about bans on crypto. Now let's head over to this article from NewsX and let us see what it says. Center to bring crypto bill in winter session, bill to ban all private cryptocurrencies in India. Well, yes, but what does the bill actually say in detail? It says the government would introduce a bill to ban all private currencies or cryptocurrencies in India while providing certain exceptions to promote the underlying technology of cryptocurrency. The Cryptocurrency and Regulation of Official Digital Currency Bill 2021 is among the 26 new bills on the agenda of the government for winter session of the parliament beginning November 29. There's one more line that I would like to take up. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had earlier this month chaired a meeting on the way forward for cryptocurrency and related issues. According to sources, the meeting strongly felt that attempts to mislead the youth through overpromising and non-transparent advertising be stopped. Now, there are two key takeaways for me in this particular info. First and foremost, private cryptocurrencies are the one that would be banned. It doesn't say a blanket ban on all the cryptocurrencies which are right now trading. Second portion is they wanted to take a stand on misleading the youth through over-promising and non-transparent advertising that has to be stopped. This is something that I really have seen lately, and even in certain cricket tournaments that recently happened, we had seen very big ads of cryptocurrency exchanges coming out, and most of them actually advertise their product as something that you can definitely be a very big wealthy person by investing very small amounts of money. Now, those are the misleading ads that you have to definitely be careful about. Cryptocurrency investment is as good as your stock investments. You need to know the fundamentals, you need to know the project reality, you need to know the utility of the token before you go ahead and invest. You cannot blindly just say that I invest the $100 today in Bitcoin, tomorrow it would be mooning to somewhere around $1,000 or $10,000. Now, it might or might not happen, but is there any real reason for that particular project to take off? Now, that is something that they had to really address because the advertisements were definitely misleading. And following that, you can see that there was a development made that the people had taken down those advertisements, they had stopped those adverts in any of the platforms in social media. So that's something that definitely had a crackdown. Yes, advertisements are good, but misleading advertisements are seriously bad. The youth do not know what crypto is. They do not know much about the technology. They want to get into the particular crypto investing only to become rich. Now, those kind of people or those category of people are someone who need to definitely avoid being scammed or being into these kind of investments. They do not understand market principles. So my personal suggestion is anyone who should invest in crypto should know how the market of crypto works, should know how volatile crypto is, should know what project is, should know what the utility of a token is, should know how to read a white paper. These are the basic stuff that any person needs to know before getting into crypto investment. I have learned it the hard way from almost 5 years of experience that I have had with crypto investments. So that's where I'm coming out from, and that is the main reason for me to even start this YouTube channel, guys. It's all about education that I want to speak of. I never want to promote a coin stating this would go 10x, this would go 20x, before even verifying whether it has some base fundamental values to propel that price in the future days. Now that is something that you need to take away from this particular article. The first and foremost thing that they mentioned is regarding private cryptocurrency. So, what is this private cryptocurrency mean? Does it mean that it's all the cryptos that are actually trading right now? If so, why was it not announced as a blanket ban on all the cryptos like China did? They said there is a complete full stop to all the trading of any cryptocurrencies in China right now. All your exchanges, close them and do whatever you want, liquidate your funds, move out. So that is what happened in China, but that is not happening here in India. Why is that? So they have a definition for cryptocurrencies which are private, and that is something that I'm eagerly waiting to understand. Now, as far as my research and analysis goes, a private cryptocurrency is something which is not traceable at all. You had Monero with you. Monero is a cryptocurrency which is very popular, and it is something which you cannot trace in terms of who changed hands between whom. And that is something that the government is really worried about, because you can always utilize a swap to change Monero to Bitcoin or change Monero to any other currency out there. However, you cannot trace from whom to where the Monero coins actually moved around. So it can also lead to certain illegal activity funding, where the coin transaction trades or the token transaction trades would not be visible to anyone. However, compare it with what is available for BSC scan, what is available in Etherscan, what is available for Bitcoin and Solana and other blockchains which are there right now. Every transaction that happens is traceable, it is transparent, it is maintained on a public profile website like Etherscan or BSC scan. You have certain other websites where you can go ahead and verify whether this transaction is probably a successful, from which wallet to which wallet it went through. This is the transparency, and this is the power of blockchain. So however, what is India planning to say when it speaks of private currencies? Just coming down to the base definition of currency, this is one article which I picked up from Week. Even I'm waiting to understand what the government defines as private cryptos, but I strongly have some kind of belief that those private cryptos are ones which are not traceable, and those which can be traced through Etherscan or BSC scan would definitely be allowed to sustain, because certain projects which have money laundering kind or Ponzi kind of a schemes might be cracked down in the near future. However, those which have true utility, those which have certain say usage in a particular platform wherein people can definitely go ahead and utilize that particular token. Say for example, GameFi. You can use a coin which is there as GameFi, and right now the same thing is happening with other games as well. Take for example any of the season passes or certain special reward programs that happens between the battle royale games, be it PUBG, be it Call of Duty. Now you can go ahead and utilize real world currency to purchase those in-game items. And what would that in-game items be? It would be body armor, it would be guns, it would be certain in-game currency. Now that's already there, but what is happening in the context? It is centralized. Now what is happening with blockchain? It is getting decentralized. What does that lead to? A larger reach, more power to the community, and still there would be certain one single aspect that would be governing it. That's the project and the smart contract that is there for the token. So it is being automated rather than one person manipulating certain price points over there. And it's always basis the supply and demand when it comes to cryptocurrency prices. It doesn't define, it cannot be defined by a single user sitting around behind a computer and writing codes over it. So this is how blockchain technology and cryptocurrency works in a nutshell, guys. So thinking of those lines, does the center actually mean cryptocurrencies like Zcash, which give the option to complete anonymity to all participants, or Monero, which stresses on the privacy aspect of transactions? Or is the regulation actually targeting projects like Facebook's cryptocurrency DM, which operates in permission blockchain and which is selective in its choice of participants via KYC, a private currency in every sense of term? Or will center go to the extreme of banning every cryptocurrency token in the market, as they can all qualify in private as private in some sense of the term, and paving the way for just a government controlled central bank digital currency to be in play? Now, this is something which is likely not to happen if my understanding is right on how cryptocurrency works. The main reason being, if you just have one single central digital currency out there, it is hard to maintain it. How is it that people are expected to utilize it when you just have your real cash with you? If such is the scenario that you want to replace your hard cash or fiat with a digital currency out there, yes, it's more than welcome. But what about all those investments that have happened with crypto? What about all those crypto projects? Now, Polygon, which is a layer 2 Ethereum network, was one from India. So just to quote, Polygon is from India, guys. So that is making a lot of movement in terms of the NFT space. We recently had the NFT auction happen for some of the Bollywood actors. If the government was deciding to ban all these technological aspects in terms of crypto and tokens, why was it that the the sale was actually held, this auction was actually allowed to happen? Because ultimately, whenever you allow an exchange to go ahead and register with your with the government has to look into all those aspects. Now, until now, crypto was something which was not there in any of the bills out there. So what I personally feel over here is banning of private cryptocurrencies are more towards banning these kind of private cryptocurrencies. Right now I have six in front of me: Monero, Dash, Verge, Zcash, Horizon, and Beam. The main reason being, you cannot trace the transactions what happened between these six cryptocurrencies. Those are the ones which are likely to be banned, and this is something that is happening across the world. A lot of countries as well are making moves or plans to go ahead and ban these private cryptocurrencies. But I'm also for it in case these private cryptocurrencies get banned. That's my honest opinion. The main reason being, this would lead to a lot of money laundering and Ponzi schemes. This would also lead to increase in illegal activities, because you cannot trace from whom to whom the actual movement of currency happened. And also it can happen cross borders, right? It is not limited to a certain region, in fact, in the world. So this is something that I definitely I'm happy about if in case this happens this way. But I would probably wait till the government gives some clarification on what does it define as private cryptocurrencies. Now, for all the fear and uncertainty and doubt that's running around the market, for all the people who are a little worried about how cryptocurrencies would pan out in India in the future after this bill is passed, well, I have one suggestion for you: do not panic right now. Wait for the center to come out with a proper update. So right now we just have some bits and pieces where each one has been throwing away his or her own individual opinion. Like me, this is my individual opinion. I might be right, I might be wrong, and this is just my individual opinion out there. So there are a lot of perspectives into what people are thinking, what private currencies are. So I would probably wait for the government to give that clarification. Now it's just on a matter of couple of days that we need to wait till the government gives more clarity, and after which we can definitely take a decision. And if the government is planning to go ahead with an outright complete ban on crypto, well, that's something that I'm highly unlikely to say that it will happen. But however, if even in that case that happens, we will definitely have some sufficient time to liquidate whatever funds we have and then move out or exit our positions in cryptocurrencies. That's it for this video, guys. These are my honest opinions. If you like my content, please do subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos on crypto wisdom playlist, where I speak about general cryptocurrency educational concepts. I've also made videos on certain other tokens which I've personally invested in and which I feel are good projects. You can go check them out as well. So wait for the government to give confirmation and do not fall into fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Probably markets are crashing down very hard and you might lose some of your best positions if in case this goes the positive way that I'm thinking it would go for. Right? So just quoting just my 2 cents that I would like to put across. Thank you so much once again for watching. Have fun and take care, guys.